Empty your mind. Be formless, be shapeless. Be like water. You put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be like water, my friend. That's a famous quote from Bruce Lee. It's actually a quote that I can use to be more productive in life. So let me explain. The quote makes me think of yin yang because I watched the whole thing and it makes me think about yin yang being in a flow but also controlling that flow. And what I can get out of this in terms of productivity is actually that you have to keep going, but you have to control how much you keep going. You have to keep the flow going because you cannot crash, because when you crash, you will crash big time. But you have to keep the flow going, but you have to keep it controlled so you actually don't go insane. Or you can't get things done when you have a brain fog because you're doing too much random stuff. You have to make it controlled, but also make it flow. When you're doing the productivity things, you are the productivity. And the quote makes me think about that a lot. And it's actually very helpful to have some specific quotes that will help you become a better person. I also like the famous quote, if I can pronounce it correctly, it's a shame to grow old without seeing the beauty of which a body is capable of. It's a really good quote as well that will really help me in the gym. And so does this quote really help me. It helps me to stay consistent because I have to stay consistent because I have to keep flowing like water. And when I do martial arts, for example, I have to think and do. I don't have to think for a long time. It has to be milliseconds and I have to instantly do it. That's flowing. If you're not flowing and not expressing yourself in a truthful way and showing off, you won't be able to be good or get better. And that's the same with productivity. You have to keep flowing to get better. Maybe the flow will stay still and will stay at the same level, but the flow will not crash as long as you keep going. And when the flow does go up again, the flow will go up and you will feel it. And that's really important for productivity because you have to keep going. If you want to actually accomplish your goals by being productive, you have to keep being productive to accomplish the goals. So be like water and actually keep flowing. And also empty your mind. So that's what he first said before the quote, be like water. He said empty your mind. And emptying your mind is also a form of a flow state, being in a flow, keep going with the same thing without even thinking about it anymore. That's a flow state. Now there are a few ways you can get into this flow state. The first way is just putting your phone away, fully focusing on one thing, not drinking, not eating in between, and just fully focusing on the thing that you're doing. Right now as I'm speaking to you, I'm in a flow state. I don't even have to look as much as my script because of the fact that I'm in a flow state and I can just keep talking without thinking. So what is really important and what I want you to grasp is to be like water, you have to be able to flow, and to be able to flow, you have to be like water. And being like water means that you have to become the thing when you're doing it. So you have to become the martial arts, because martial arts is an expression of truthful self. And when you become the martial arts, you just don't even think anymore. You just do the things that you need to do, like a left hook, right to the body. You understand what I'm saying, right? So be like water, become the things that you want to do, become the things of productivity, but also control it. And that's the yin yang. Alright, work hard every day, be proud of yourself every day, and I will see you later.